Good evening. It's 6:35 p.m. here on the East Coast of the United States. We're back at it for the last or second to last time climbing through Pokemon Sword and Shield Generation 8 in Galar here. I've got like 15 floors of the Battle Tower left to go, and that will probably be the entirety of tonight. And if I've got time, I can do the Elite Four. But what's most likely going to happen is I'm going to do the Elite Four here and the Ace Trainer tournament in Gen 9 as a separate stream, and then finally a third stream for PvP back on the ladder to get the ranked ribbon. It's been quite a ribbon journey, but we're actually like in the clear. Hold on. To answer your question, how am I? I'm doing great. Happy birthday, Fuba. It's a joyous day. Everybody's got something to celebrate. Except me right now, but I will soon. Let's see, where's our ribbon capture? We are so close, gamers. We have 5 ribbons left. One of them is a freebie, which is the, like, good friend ribbon. Then we've got the Battle Tower ribbon, which we're halfway through. 2 Elite Four ribbons, and then the ranked PvP ribbon, which is not a freebie because I've been out of playing for a very long time. I don't think I've actually played PvP in this game since August of last year. I've just been totally on the TO grind, helping organize stuff in the community and doing other things. So we'll see if I remember how to play this game at all versus other people. I agree, I missed the Battle Tower. I was so sure they were going to include one in the Indigo disc, but Fuba, cover your ears, because this would be a spoiler, I suppose. There isn't. There is no Battle Tower in Gen 9. I don't know what they were thinking. Trick Room Eruption Prop. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, how hard could it... Master Ball is, like, a nice personal accomplishment, but it doesn't... And this is gonna sound, I guess, conceited, but it doesn't make you that good. It's the highest tier you can get on the PvP ladder, but the separation between people who can get into Master Ball and who can, like, place at events is still titanic. So, my perception of what makes me a quote-unquote good player is really warped because I'm surrounded by so many really talented individuals. As a TO, I think. I see some of the best players in the region every week. I feel like this kid wearing the EV. Yeah, exactly. Like, Master Ball is very good. It puts you probably in the top, like, 10% of players or something like that. But then the people who go to events are the top, like, 0.1% of players. And they're all I see on a regular basis. So I just assume that's the baseline for good. Will I do Pokemon Showdown streams? Probably not, because I can just do the ladder in this game. I don't really see a reason to do Showdown, unless there's, like, a gimmick format or something. Unless you mean, like, versus viewers, in which case I could someday. I've been thinking about that. I saw, there was a post by the guy Shindigs, if you follow him on Twitter. He calls out, like, really talented streamers who have, like, nice artisanal overlays and things like that. And they had a really cool custom overlay for Showdown that actually made it look like their VTuber avatar was, like, a trainer in a gym. And they had, like, their viewers and their avatars, like, queued up as trainer sprites on the other side. It looked really good. So I want to do something like that someday. But who's got the time to build stuff like that? Okay, let's see. I got a back read. They made it easier to get back into Master Ball in Gen 9. Yeah, Gen 8 had to go through all of Great Ball Rank 9 and Ultra Ball 10, which is harder. Yeah. Also, before I forget, I was saying everybody's got something to celebrate today. Gerd, congratulations on achieving Professor Rank Stage 1, above Stage Basic, which is what I am. You now outstrip me as a professor of the Pokemon program, so congratulations, that's very good. It's very exciting. Congratulations on passing your exam and the essay portion. Fuba, happy birthday to you, first and foremost, because I believe you told me it is your birthday, which is very cool. And also congratulations on graduating art college. I was reading up on your garage kit that you made for your, like, thesis project, and it's very cool. Yeah, and neither of us have run a PC yet, yeah. The region is oversaturated, frankly, which is, like, not a bad thing, I don't think, because it means anytime somebody needs to take a break, they can, and somebody can fill in. But I have never felt the need to try and organize my own Premier Challenge, because typically every weekend that somebody could be at a Premier Challenge, one or more is already available in the region. I don't think it's not that bad. It's at the point where, like, if I need to call out because I can't run a weekly or whatever, somebody else is typically around and can do it. But we're really well organized, which is nice. And so we don't step on each other's feet too much, and we are able to get around that, which is really good. But other than that, like, I've not felt the need to try and organize my own championship event because I can just help somebody else make theirs really good. And, like, we are at capacity on our calendar pretty much for how many of those you can fit in a month. So maybe come, like, my stage 1 acceptance or whatever at the end of the month, or start of next month, I'll try and muscle my way in and say, actually, it's my turn to run one of these. But I'm totally happy just being a little lackey for somebody else's organization. It's totally fine. The Garage Kit thesis came out 80-something pages. Hot dog. That's incredible. Yeah. You are under no obligation to share your incredibly long thesis. But hey, you know, if you wanted to make some cliff notes for it or whatever, that strip out the personally identifying information for it, I'd be interested to read it for sure. The model itself looks very cool too, and the fact that you made it from scratch really is impressive. This is such a brainless strategy for the battle tower. Like, I don't know. I said I had 15 battles to get through. We've already done one. I've wasted no time at all. Okay, get hit by 2 bug moves. We're out of there. It's cool. It's fine. Indeed, he eats both of those cleanly, which means we get a free switch into Torkoal. It's a free switch. In the same way that losing a round is a free reset in a fighting game. I know, so Frostmoth can potentially have an ability that halves the incoming special damage it takes. But I don't think that's going to really matter here. I think it's kind of cooked either way. Good luck, contestants, yeah? Oh, it's got the berry that prevents it from taking high fire damage. This is such a staple of battle towers, I never understand why. They always have a Pokemon that's got a double weakness, and then they've got a berry that negates half of that weakness. So, like, the, a common item you'd see in the battle tower for Tyranitar is the one that reduces the fighting weakness from 4 to 2. And I just don't get why, because typically it doesn't actually do anything, you still get one shot. I, like, don't know what they're trying to prove. Alright, Avalugg. And Cloyster. Okay. Good luck. I hope you get to push some buttons. I don't think you will. Avalugg might have Sturdy, so maybe it will survive, but that's why we have Expanding Force. Nope. Awesome. I miss most of the character models from Sword and Shield. I think the game overall doesn't look particularly good. It's like really, really shiny in a way that I find kind of off-putting, but I do think the character models, for the most part, look pretty good. I didn't really realize how different Scarlet and Violet looked until coming back to this game for, like, legendaries and a couple things like this stream. But it is actually quite different. Uh-oh. Do I even want to set up Trick Room? I know Hatterene is faster than Torkoal, unless it's not min speed Torkoal, which I'm assuming it's probably not min speed Torkoal because it's a computer player, which might mean that I'm faster than it in Trick Room rather. But I think the correct play here is follow me and just do a little bit of chip with this thing, and hopefully it doesn't just go for Eruption. And isn't faster than Hatterene. Alright, we might be in trouble. Oh, okay. We're not in trouble. We're not in trouble at all. Lefties, interesting. But now I don't have Trick Room up, which is kind of a problem. It's not that bad, though. I think I do another Follow Me, and now I go for Trick Room. Another... Oh, good, he goes for Protect. Okay, I was gonna say another Lava Bloom would be a disaster for me. But the Protect is free. They've basically handed me this one now. It's got a Life Orb. Did anybody... So I didn't really play VGC much in Gen 8 because I found Dynamax really boring. Kind of static. Did anybody ever use Mr. Rhyme in any competitive format? Like, even limited dex formats or, like, regional dex formats. Was this guy ever used? Because I don't see it happening. I don't know why you would. Oh, wait, no, not Trick Room again. I think he's got, like, a signature ability that removes screens, which is kind of cool, but I think it also removes your own screens. So he's got, like, that kind of counterplay. I just don't know what they were thinking with him. Oh, we missed, okay. Heatmore. Hey, sorry, how's it going? I saw a lot of gouging fire at Charlotte this weekend. I was thinking of you with that and Arcaludon. I think an Arcaludon team made it top 8 at the Charlotte Regional this past weekend, which is cool. I couldn't tell you much more about it beyond that because I don't really remember. But I think there was one, which is neat. I think he's got a good synergy with Pelipper. And then they've got like the late game body press win condition. I can't believe we didn't lose Hatterene here. That could have been really bad. They're green, right? Shiny Pelipper's green. Is that correct? Oh, nice. Yeah, you're welcome. That's the streamer's blessing there. Nice. Okay, so what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna use Follow Me, and Mamoswine's gonna use Blizzard. It's gonna connect on both guys, and my Hatterene is going to freeze, if I had to guess. If I had to guess. No, it's going to use high horsepower, okay. And it misses. And we draw on a Shadow... Wow, could not have asked for a better turn, actually. Speaking of teams that placed well at the Charlotte Regional, though, I actually saw a Psyspam team with Iron Crown make it really far. I want to say top 4. I don't quite remember. I remember cheering for them, though, because I thought it'd be very funny if Psyspam made it all the way. Psyspam being basically the strategy we're running here, where you have Psychic Terrain and then you click this button and do that much damage to your opponent's guys. It was at least top 8, yeah. Tolar Webb was the player who was running it, if you want to look him up. But he had Iron Crown, Indeedee, and also some other stuff that was probably less interesting. It wasn't Trick Room, no. It was just Fast Psyspam, which is a weird, scary new archetype you can run thanks to Iron Crown existing. I feel like I respect Fast Psyspam less than Trick Room Psyspam, and you're probably gonna like be at my throat for this one. But I feel like at least with Trick Room Psyspam, you have to like work for it a little bit, where you have to identify the correct way of setting up Trick Room, which isn't necessarily hard, but it is like a thought puzzle briefly at team matchup. There are a lot of really safe ways to do it, but you still have to like do something. Whereas with Fast Psyspam, it's literally just like turn 1, you can click both buttons. Oh, I've been cursed, huh? Okay, well, see ya, bud. Yeah, sure, click the buttons. What's the best site for checking out, like, the top placing teams from the past regional? Is it Lab Mouse still? Or do I want to go through, like, Arcanine? Because I'm, like, considering pulling those up and looking at those together. Because I think I'm actually crushing through the battle tower here at an alarming pace. I just did 4 of my remaining. I think there are 33 total battles I have to do here. And I'm at 19 right now. Victory Road typically has them too, but they're usually like in a write-up, whereas Lab Mouse is like straight up data collection. So I don't know that VR or Victory Road has them quickly enough. But it's been like a whole week. So they probably do. I kind of just wanted to look at them together since we got folks who were interested. I think Gouging Fire is the standout to me, but the fact that we got one Iron Crown team all the way up there was pretty cool. Birds. Did you guys know that Noctowl is top tier in Pokemon Go PvP? I keep mentioning this fact, and like every time I think about it, it makes me smile. So Pokemon Go PvP is played at the like lowest tier of power. So in Pokemon Go PvP, there's Great Ball tier, Ultra Ball tier, and Master Ball tier, and those have cutoffs for the maximum like power points that your guy can have. So they all play them at 1500 power, which is not particularly high. So there are a lot of really strong Pokemon that you can't get to be that low because they like are legendaries or whatever, and they only can be caught at like 2000 or above. And there's an economy of how fast you can use moves and how quickly they charge up your super in Pokemon Go. And I believe Noctowl just has a really good energy generation rate and is also available at that power tier. And normal and flying is like a relatively neutral matchup into most common offensive types. I don't really know how it works either, but that's my understanding as to why Noctowl is like very good. I know Shadow Quagsire, yeah, is very good as well. Shadow Pokemon get like a 20% boost to damage and also take more damage. So having a Shadow Pokemon that has only one weakness type is very viable. Charjabug being top tier is very funny. After I clear this next tier of battle tower floors, I'm gonna pull up the Top Cut Explorer or what have you. I want to look at some teams. I want to talk about this stuff. We're protecting. Interesting camera view. Thank you. I'll open that right now, actually. Before I forget. Perfect. Oh yeah, and there was like Blood Moon Ursaluna was making a comeback, which I was kind of surprised to see. Like even in the finals, for God's sake. And we had a Smeargle, that's right. So many cool things happening this tournament this past weekend. But I guess that's what happens when you have literally the largest VGC tournament of all time. Is you get a huge variety of things people are running. I think literally all damage taken at this particular match was self-inflicted by Life Orb. Okay. Yeah. I love that they keep giving me stuff. Throw. I also like that it keeps reminding me that I can Dynamax. But there's really no reason to. I actually just straight up think my team becomes worse if I Dynamax. Because Expanding Force is no longer multi-target, and it only gets a tiny increase in power, because it's already about as strong as a move can get. I think it goes from 120 to 140 and becomes single target. So, like, great. I don't really need to do that. Exactly, yeah, Eruption would become much weaker. And like all max fire moves do if memory serves is set Sun, which Torkoal has already done. Like, the other thing about the max powered up moves is they also have a secondary effect. A lot of them like increase your stats or lower your opponent's stats, but some of them set weather. Like the rock one, I believe, sets Sandstorm, water sets rain, fire sets sun, but Torkoal has already set the sun for me, so I don't need that. It is redundant. Does this one-shot Espeon is the question. I feel like no. Alright, I was correct. But you can't yawn Hatterene. It will come back to you. Why did they invent Noivern? It's another flying dragon type, which there are plenty of. It gets to use Boom Burst. I guess it's a special attacking flying dragon, which is maybe a niche. But otherwise, I've never been impressed by it. You'd think all dragon types should be really good. Most of the other ones are. It's like, him and Druddigon are the two that I never see. I think every other dragon type I've seen at least some play with. Maybe not of the Appleton line either. Despite Hydrapple being a thing. No Hydrapples in the top 8. Tragically. Whoa, this thing is slower than Hatterene? Huh? Wait, really? That's crazy. Hatterene has like base 29 speed or something like that. How slow is the rodent? And why am I not using it on a Trick Room team? Surely there's got to be some sauce there if it's that slow. Oh, look at this guy. He's gotta wait until it's in the regional decks next year. Or, next generation, yeah. I think the real problem is it's got a dog water typing. So it's very much the Terra user on your team, which never feels good. Like, you never want to have a guy you can only use if you can Terra. Because then your opponent will just identify that and make you do it, and then work around it. But just being double weak to ice is like not cool, and all the other weaknesses that come with being dragon, like fairy and dragon, and being grass types, you're weak now to fire, or neutral to fire. Flying hurts, bug hurts. Like, awesome, great. Terra bug buff. Oh, they set sun for me. That's so nice. This guy's name is Mike, like microphone. Do you get it? It's a funny pun. They really worked very hard when localizing this. Why am I allowed to... Why did they make Expanding Force? Why did they introduce this to the game? This is not healthy for the meta. This is the most mindless thing I can possibly do in this game. No critical thought is required. Oh, finally, something that's immune to this. Alright, well, first, you follow me. And now I'll click Beagleem. Oh, actually, I could have just Helping Handed, I think. I did Helping Hand. Okay, I didn't follow me. My hands knew what to do. They knew the correct order of operations here. Sableye has been removed from the picture. Vikavolt is now going to fire a Zap Cannon at me, and it'll hit, even though it's a 50% accurate move. Interesting. It uses Thunder Wave into Hatterene, who cannot be afflicted by status moves because of Magic Bounce. However, Vikavolt is also immune to the status move it just used. So nothing happened. Very cool. We love that for it. And let's use Mystic Fire because they were so nice to set up Sun for us. Why not? Let's go. How's it going? We're on battle 23, I think, of 33 in our tower climb here. I know who you are. Don't worry. Don't worry, I know who you are. I know who everyone is. I see you clowns in Twitch chat every time I stream one of the locals, and I see you talking smack about the other players. Don't worry. It is known. Yeah, once I finish this, like, tier in the battle tower, because the Galarian battle tower has, like, ranks. Instead of having to be 50 in a row or whatever, you do 33. And there are tiers, so you can't even be knocked down that far. So once I get through this tier, I was going to look at the top 8 or top couple teams from Charlotte, because we were talking about Arcaludon and stuff, and how Gouging Fire is him. Bond's doing fine. She has stopped testing positive for COVID many weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, so that's cool. We love that for her. We're supposed to go on vacation this week, which is exciting. This is my last stream before leaving, so hopefully that is incident-free. We'll try our best there. I didn't know that Meowstic's ears folded up like that. I've never actually seen this thing use a move before. That was scary. I don't like that, actually. It never occurred to me that there was, like, a component to it like that. Oh yeah, we were getting excited about Iron Crown also. How an Iron Crown made top 8 or top 4 or something like that. Psy spam is real, but only if you don't use Trick Room. Wow, that did like nothing. Wow. We eat those. This being neutral, I think, might be stronger into Meowstic. And it should still get the KO on Alchemy. I think. Screens are just so good. Like, that's because they had light screen up. Alright, we're out of here. What are you gonna do? Psyshock me? Cool. I'll make you eat those words, you stupid clown. You will regret this. Yeah, this is not a favorable matchup for you, Chief. Though it is really messed up that they have Shedinja in the battle tower, because you could just hard lose right here. If you don't have something that can click Eruption, for example. Quick Claw? Okay. It's a Psychic Seed indeed here. So we eat those, no problem. Yeah, no, Leon's Charizard is a joke. I can literally click Follow Me and Expanding Force and it does get one shot. Unless he EVs it differently between encounters. But the previous 2 times I've fought him, I literally don't even have to Dynamax. It's very funny. Yeah, like, since you only have 4 guys, like, you could very well just lose, like, right here and now. If you do not have something that is capable of hitting super effective into Shedinja. Which is very funny to me. It's like very much a DPS check. We'll see. I've got a good video clip somewhere circulating on my Twitter where I do literally one-shot his Charizard. without needing to Dynamax myself. So, I'll be interested to see how that pans out. Yeah, Psy-Spam Helping Hand is just like, okay, what are you going to do? Awesome! So let me pull up Top Cut Explorer. I want to look at some teams together. Yeah. One moment. I'll pop this guy out. Doing like live surgery on my overlay here. Make this bigger. And now I can click on this. There we go. And let's hide the ribbons because we don't need those right now. Alright, so what was good in Top Cut? What happened? Wolfie won because he's Wolfie. He's simply built different. Though he had to go against his morals and use Incineroar, his famously least favorite Pokemon, and Urshifu. Rapid Strike, actually, even though Single Strike was making a comeback this tournament. But what can you do? It's very funny because, like, while he was busy winning, one of his scheduled video essays went up about why Urshifu is bad for the game and, like, breaking everything because it fundamentally nullifies a tremendous mechanic that balances everything in Protect and also every other form of defensive play. And then, shortly after that video went up, he won using Urshifu, which is not a knock against him. You have to play the game as it is, like, designed. But it is very funny. The timing was good. I'm mostly, my big takeaway from Top Cut here at Charlotte was how Farigiraf seems to have overcome power creep. And it is a, like, a regional dex Pokemon that can hang with the best of them. Like, if you look at these top teams, like top 4, and you look at the guys that are in them, Urshifu came from Pokemon Home from a previous generation. Incineroar came from Pokemon Home from a previous generation. Fluttermane was only in a later regulation and is a late game, like, pseudo-legendary type Pokemon. Ogerpon, DLC legendary. Rillaboom, Pokemon Home exclusive. The only actual, like, regional Gen 9 Pokemon in here is Farigiraf. So I'm very happy with that being the case. I love when regional dex Pokemon are, like, good. I was hoping that would be Garg, but I guess he is still a little too passive. But I was very excited about Garg because he does something interesting and isn't just Geodude 3. He's got an ability that is very useful in preventing you from being stalled out yourself. It gives him an extra type resistance magically, and his signature move is very cool and can put on a lot of pressure, but unfortunately didn't quite make it out. Farigiraf, however, is excellent. Because, like, Farigiraf's entire deal is it's got this ability Armor Tail, and what that does is it means that you and your partner cannot be targeted by opposing priority moves, kind of like what I use Psychic Terrain for, right? It prevents you from getting faked out, Sucker Punch won't work, Quick Attack, Extreme Speed, all that gets blocked by Armor Tail. And that's not a new ability. We've had Sarina, who's a Grass-type physical attacker in Gen 7, and Bruxish, who's a Psychic Fish in the same generation, also have these abilities, right? But what makes them different is that Sarina's very fast and can't set Trick Room. And Bruxish is actually pretty fast too, but it can use Trick Room. Whereas Farigiraf has a high defensive yield and a very low speed, so not only can it stop the opponent from using priority, it can also set up Trick Room itself, which is very good. Because why would you want to stop priority from happening? Why? Because you've got another form of speed control in the form of Trick Room. Similarly, if they ever invented a guy who had an ability like this and also learned Tailwind, they'd be very good, I think, for the same reason. So it's cool to see Farigiraf hang out. I was surprised to see Ursaluna Blood Moon come into play on the second place team. Like if we open this guy up right here on the PokéPaste. Oh, it doesn't show the stats, of course. I believe this was like a not slow Ursaluna Blood Moon, though. I did a lot of time soft resetting to get 0 speed IVs on mine, and then it turns out full speed IVs are totally fine, and you can actually run in Tailwind or Trick Room, depending on what your opponent brings, which is pretty cool. Turns out the signature move Blood Moon just does a lot of damage. It's good. Yeah, you can just click the kill button sometimes, which is neat. Yeah, you'd mentioned Glim coming so close to top 4 is really cool. Here, number 5. Now that the DLC has added a couple more moves, we get Meteor Beam on Glim. So instead of running like Focus Sash and just hoping that you get 2 layers of Toxic Debris out, you have a turn 1 like Orbital Cannon. But of course, it's a rock move, so it can have good accuracy. It's only 90% accuracy. But you get a +1 on your special attack, and you can just delete somebody with, I think, 120 base power. Stab rock move on one of the best special attackers in the game. And then after that, you can use your boosted special attack to do other stuff if you're still alive. So that's pretty cool. You can sit it next to, like, Chi-Yu, which just has that ability that reduces the special defense of everybody. Kind of crazy. And then, you know, these bozos. Yeah, Meteoric Beam is only 90%. The only 100% accurate rock move that I can think of is Rock-type Ivy Cudgel. And Mighty Cleave from Iron Boulder, sorry. That's Iron Boulder Erasure. Those are like the only 2 100% accurate rock moves that I think exist. So Meteor Beam is 90% accuracy. You can charge it up and still whiff. Because it's a rock move, of course. They just have to be that way. So I don't really like it for that reason. It really does seem like all in on a gambit that just 1 out of 10 times will fail you. But it got some good results, clearly. Very exciting to see a new way to play Glim. And yeah, that goes back to what I was saying before about like a regional dex Pokemon, somebody who's just in the base game, having what it takes to stick it through and show up even after further power creep has been introduced. Yeah, Rock Psychic is very bad, is the thing. And the fact that there's just nobody who can give it the Quark Drive boost without having to use booster energy. So you can't really, like, give it, like, a Life Orb or something like that. I don't know. Like, people run Choice Specs Flutterman in Sun, so you get the best of both worlds, but you can't really do that for any of the robot Pokemon. Yet, anyway. So I did watch the most recent Moxie boosted video, and he had a really cool strategy for Iron Leaves, who is widely regarded to be like the worst Paradox Pokemon. Grass Psychic is a very bad typing. You have weaknesses to Dark, double weakness to Bug, Flying, Ice, Fire. What else is Psychic weakness to? Ghost. Oh, hey, thanks for the raid. Boba, how's it going? I haven't spoken to you in a hot minute. I hope you're doing well. We're talking about Pokemon right now. I'm doing the... Where's my capture group stuff? Where is it? Capture. I'm playing the Battle Tower right now in Sword and Shield. I'm very close to getting every single ribbon on a specific Pokemon. I can show everybody that right now. My quest for like the past 6 months has been getting every ribbon available on my Torkoal here. And we're getting pretty close. I've got a lot of them. So I'm doing the Battle Tower ribbon right now. That's this one up top here, the Tower Master ribbon. So that's what I'm up to right now. But at an interim here, I'm talking about teams that placed really well at the most recent Pokemon Regional. What were you up to? I'll give you this shout out, in fact. I feel like you're a Final Fantasy player. No, okay. So it was House and Fata Morgana. Interesting. I know nothing about that game. I'm guessing it's like a Spelunky type game, like a Metroidvania, but I actually have no idea. It could also be a visual novel. I know nothing. Visual novel, okay. I think I'm thinking of La Mulana, is the Spelunky-like game. House and Fata Morgana. That's awesome. I hope you had a great time. I'll give you the follow shout-out as well. There you go. That channel... Whoa, I spelled your name wrong. I'm a fool. I can't do anything right. There we go. So what else plays well? What were we talking about? Hello Raiders, yeah. Let's see. Double weakness to Bug never sounds like it should be a problem until U-turn comes around, yeah? Yeah, thank you. I hope your dinner is delicious. Yeah, double weakness to Bug is very bad. But anyway, what I was saying was Moxie was running a strategy. I was talking about how there's like nothing that lets you set electric terrain, so you can't really hold a real item on any of the robot paradoxes, but he was running a strategy where he would have weakness policy on his Iron Leaves, famous for its many, many weaknesses. So there's like a good chance that gets used. And he would sit it next to Pinch Urchin, who's the weird little, like sea urchin Pokemon that arbitrarily is an electric type and sets electric terrain. And for some reason, I couldn't tell you why, other than for the sake of facilitating this strategy, Pinch Urchin can learn Sucker Punch, which is a dark-type move. So he was actually side-targeting Sucker Punch into his Psychic Grass Pokemon. They get the electric terrain boost for Quark Drive, and they're holding a weakness policy. So you do a little tap with +2 priority, or +1 priority into the side of your own guy. So typically it'll go off, and then you can use your like Psychic move or whatever to do big, big damage. But then you just die anyway, because you're Iron Leaves and you have no bulk. So you get one free knockout, and then they knock you out in return. That's what I'm saying. I was like, oh, you know, you're onto something with this. That's actually very fun sounding. I'm wondering if the same thing could be run with a better Pokemon like Iron Boulder or something like that. Or, it can't be done with Iron Crown because he needs the Psychic terrain for his gimmick to work. So, yeah, Iron Crown is... It's funny that Iron Crown here is doing the best. I wish they had thumbnails for these. Like, out of the robot paradoxes, Iron Crown is the only one to place at all in the top here. The other ones are all dinosaur paradoxes. It's funny how its ability says you need electric terrain to have this activated. And he's like, no, no, no. I'll never have that work for me because I need psychic terrain. He like can't work within his own gimmick. He can never have that boost while doing the gimmick he wants to do. It's so sad. I think no, Farigiraf's Armored Tail only blocks priority moves from going into it or its partner. It doesn't block all priority moves from happening. So like you can still side target. I am almost 100% sure with that. I would need to test it, but I'm like really, really close to 100% sure. Armor Tail, Queenly Majesty, Dazzling only block your side of the field from receiving priority moves. Otherwise, you'd have a lot of trouble. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm correct. Because I know you can do like Prankster side support moves like that. And I'm pretty sure that's just how it works. Similarly, I think... No, Psychic Terrain does block all priority moves, even on your side of the field. I think, yeah. I've never tried to side target myself with priority in Psychic Terrain, so that one I'm a little less clear on. But I know Armor Tail, in its description, says it just blocks your side of the field. Yeah. No, but anyway, all of this to say, I think it was a very cool way to leverage these Pokemon and get them the electric terrain they wanted. At the most recent Premier Challenge that I staffed, we had a player place decently high with Prankster Tornado or Thunderous, setting electric terrain for Iron Boulder, and then Iron Boulder was holding like a real item that wasn't booster energy, if memory serves. So that was pretty cool. Anything else noteworthy in here? We got to see Arcanine still hanging in there. He has that dog in him. Even though Incineroar, of course, comes for the crown. Oh, yeah, I was saying there's only one other Robot Paradox Pokemon here. I was like, oh, yeah, it's just Iron Crown. I kind of forgot that Iron Hands showed up for one more fight. Iron Hands will always be good. He doesn't even need an ability. His stats are just too well tuned. I'm guessing he's like Fake Out, Drain Punch, Heavy Slam, yeah. No Drain Punch, Close Combat instead. Immune to Intimidate with the Clear Amulet. Pretty good. Terra Grass can't be put to sleep. We like that for us. Overall, just like, yeah, he's him. His stats are so obscene. He doesn't need the ability. It's good that he can't use electric terrain. That's fine. Anything else neat in here? Lots of Gouging Fire. Luca here was using, I think, the Howl set. I really like that Gouging Fire is like a support type. Or, it can transition into being a late game win condition. Because it's got a really good Protect move. It can burn things on contact. Unfortunately, it can't burn Urshifu, as nice as that would be, because Urshifu can just circumvent Protect entirely. But it can burn other things that are more annoying. Like, I don't know, your Chien-Paos, your Dragonites, your King Gambits, things like that. But then it can dish out, like, debuffs with Breaking Swipe. I've often seen some even run Snarl, which is really cool. And then it just can continue to buff its team with a fast Howl. And eventually, like, either your partner gets really powerful, or if they keep going for your partner to knock them out, hey, you've accumulated 2 Howl buffs, and now your Heat Crash is +2, and you're doing a lot of damage. So I think it's cool. I think it's a cool dynamic that they've invented with Gouging Fire. I think the inclusion of a dinosaur paradox Pokemon that is fire type is crazy, since they already get the boost from being in the sun. It's kind of like how if Iron Hands were allowed to have electric terrain ever, it would be even more broken, because it's an electric type, so it gets stab and then the terrain or weather boost. But weather is even stronger. Terrain only gives a 30% boost to moves of that type. Weather is the full 50%. So like a fire type that wants to be in the sun, that is like a paradox Pokemon is crazy. And then the dragon typing is really, really good there, like defensively. Overall, pretty cool. Otherwise, we've got, you got your Iron Crowns, you got your Tornaduses. We saw one Smeargle running like the most bog standard Smeargle set. It was Wide Guard, Fake Out, Spore, Follow Me, which is pretty cool. Judy placed pretty well, which was nice to see. He played really good on stream. I don't know if anybody else was watching, but he like crushed his stream match. Made it look really easy. Was able to win without Trick Room going down, like won within the 4 turns of Trick Room. So he came very close to top 16. I'm really sad that he didn't. This guy shows up at a lot of our locals. He's placed in the top 2 at the 2 most recent Premier Challenges in the region, I think, with a similar team. And one thing that he's really cool with, and that I made me think that this Pokemon was like out of control too good, is Raging Bolt, the dinosaur Raikou. He runs it with an Assault Vest instead of like a booster or anything, and he runs both Electro Web and Snarl on it. So this thing is just a debuff machine. Let me make this a little bit bigger and easier to read. This thing can both lower the speeds of both opposing Pokemon with Stab, or lower the special attacks of both opposing Pokemon, all the while having an Assault Vest to eat up special attacks. And Thunderclap is the signature move it gets, which is a special electric type Sucker Punch. So just like, oh, scary. I think the fact that this thing gets Electro Web is like heinous. And he did really well. This thing, after like a single Snarl debuff with the Assault Vest special defense boost, it can be the guy. So I was really sad to see him not quite make it. I was rooting for him when I saw him on stream. But he did very well locally. Like I said, top 2 in the 2 most recent Premier Challenges. I know he won one of them, I just don't remember which one. And then I think the highest placing Arcalion team, the reason that I pulled this up in the first place, is top 32 here. What did they run? What do they got? So they are Terra Grass, Stamina with Assault Vest, Body Press, Heavy Slam, Electro Shot, Dragon Pulse, and then they've got their Pelipper, doing Pelipper things. Pelipper really, really benefits from the Indigo Disc DLC as well. The inclusion of Weather Ball as a move that it can learn, so it doesn't have to click Hydro Pump, is a godsend. That becomes a 100 base power water move, which then gets further boosted by it being rain, because Pelipper is on the field. So you've essentially got a water-type Hyper Beam that doesn't require recharge, and has 100% accuracy on Pelipper. And if you don't like clicking that, you have a Flying-type, almost Hyper Beam, with 120 power, can confuse sometimes, doesn't do accuracy checks in the rain. So it's kind of funny, like, how offensively tuned Pelipper has become with just the inclusion of this one extra move. Oh, I didn't even notice that it was Terra Stellar. I don't think I've ever seen it Terra. I don't know why you'd do that. And yeah, Wither Ball is just way nicer than Hydro Pump. It's stronger, it's more reliable. Like, there's nothing to complain about. Yeah. Terra Stellar's interesting. I didn't see this guy on stream at all, I don't think. But if I did, he definitely didn't Terra the Pelipper. All I can think is, like, you're basically never going to Terra Pelipper anyway, since it's a Focus Sash machine. Like, it's not designed to live and stick around to really leverage that Terra. Even if you, like, go from taking a super effective hit to neutral or resisting, you're probably still going to get blown up. So I guess the thought is, I've got this Focus Sash, I just really need to do damage right away, and I don't know what kind of damage it's going to need to be. So, like, both of these get boosted once, and maybe that'll make the difference in, like, a very do-or-die situation. That's interesting. Terra Stellar. Maybe he just likes the funny hat, I don't know. I'd have to ask the guy. That's cool. You got Water Ursh, super-powered Surging Strikes Aqua Jet in the rain. Pretty bog-standard rain team. Did quite well. Bax is here. That's cool. I think there's only one other Bax caliber player in the entire tournament other than this guy, and he's also local, so that was neat to see. Another regional dex Pokemon that's like almost able to hack it out. Not quite to the level that Farigiraf is, but it was cool to see. Screamtail, my god. There are some blasts from the past here. Actually, the real takeaway here is how there was no Lando in the top 8. It wasn't until you get to top 16 where you see Lando I. And Lando Therian? I don't even know who that is. Yeah, the Bax Arc Rain team is how everyone's running Arc. Yeah, you just gotta. Like, that's their archetype. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, like, where's Lando Therian? Where'd that guy go? Who? I don't see him at all. It's just all... Unless... Wait, hold on. Did they just have the same... No, it is all incarnate. Okay. That's crazy. Dude fell off. Wait, hold on. I want to click this team. Chance Hines, you are running Sableye and Comfey on an Annihilate team. You made top 64. I need to know what you were doing. Okay. Rage Fist, Drain Punch, Protect, Bulk Up. Bog Standard Annihilate. No gimmicks here. Rillaboom, Terra Fire, Fake Out, Grassy Glide, Woodhammer, High Horsepower, Assault Vest. Incredibly standard. Booster Energy, Raging Bolt, Terra Grass to become resistant to the ground. Thunderclap, Dragon Pulse, Calm Mind, Protect. Cool. Chenpao. Like, what's this? This is just like, what's the vision here? Chenpao, I guess you sit him next to Rillaboom or Annihilate. Packing Haze. That's interesting. You don't see that too often. That's a good Dozo counter, which very few people have. Dozo saw like very little usage also in this tournament. Icicle Crash, Throat Chop, no Sucker Punch, and Protect. Sableye for dual screens and Will-O-Wisp and a Taunt. This guy has no attacks. Literally none. Yeah, Throat Chop, Haze, Chenpao. Pretty cool. And then Comfey with the Citrus Berry. Triage gives +3 priority to all healing moves, which means that you get a +3 priority on Draining Kiss, or a side target for Floral Healing, which is interesting. And Trick Room. I would love to see a replay of how this team plays, because this just doesn't feel cohesive to me in any, like, way that makes sense. Like, what's the Trick Room for? I'd need to see how they're trained, I guess. I guess it's like if you get stuck into a Tailwind team, and since you don't have Tailwind yourself, you then want to reverse it, even though your guys are decently fast under normal circumstances. No. Not every match was streamed. This guy is like a random top 24 team, or top 64 team. Wherever. Chance Hines right here, top 64. I'm just looking at top teams. Yeah, I'm assuming you'd never have them next to each other. There's not really any synergy there. So, like, the Chenpao feels like it would have to be next to Rillaboom or Annihilate. I don't know. And then you just, like, have dual screens up for your Calm Minding Raging Bolt, I guess, and then a healer in the back. I've never actually seen somebody use Comfey, so that's really interesting. I'm very impressed. We have a Walking Wake team. I think a lot of people over-indexed on how good Walking Wake was going to be, because he didn't place particularly well. But we've got Fire Ogerpon, Trick Room, cool. Walking Wake, Terra Fire, so you get Stab on Flamethrower. Hydro Steam, very good. You can Tailwind with Whimsicott. Raging Bolt is there as well. And then Torkoal, I think, was the last guy, right, to set Sun? Yeah. So, Scorching Sands is a move I definitely think I want to run on my Torkoal. This is the Eject Pack variant, where you just get in, set Sun, and maybe get intimidated and get blasted back out to somebody else. Or you use Overheat to self-switch as a slow pivot. All three of the genies are used here. I don't think anybody's running Thunderous, but yes, they're all legal. I don't think... Yeah, Thunderous doesn't see, like, any play. Tornadus and Lando get a ton of play. They're, like, on every team. Some of them both on the same team. But I don't see any Thunderous. Hold on, Regigigas team, top 128. We're out here repping Regigigas. Love to see it. Crush Grip, Stomping Tantrum, Slow Start. Slow Start with a Choice Scarf, interesting. I feel like he's a Life Orb enjoyer, personally. But, what can you do? Thunderous just doesn't do anything interesting. Landorus has, like, a ton of offensive power, and can either use Intimidate, which is very good, or Sheer Force, which is just another 30% boost on all of his damage. And Tornadus has Priority Tailwind, like what I was using Murkrow for way back in the day, but on a Pokemon with good stats. Thundurus also has Prankster, but he doesn't have access to Tailwind, so his priority moves are all like buff and debuff moves, and he can set Electric Terrain, I guess, which is kind of cool, but otherwise it's just like not as useful as Tailwind. Based Regigigas player, Weezing to turn off Slow Start. These two Pokemon love each other, it's great to see. Thank you for repping Regigigas at the regional. I love you. I love that Pokemon. Regigigas is one of my favorite looking legendaries. Off my eyeballs, I'm not seeing any Thundurus. There were apparently 4. Okay, we had 1 make it to top 128, and the rest were all top 256. Another Comfey use. Iron. Whoa, hold on. Thompson, what were you cooking? Comfey. Where did all these people pick up Comfey from? I don't understand. This makes like no sense to me. I've never seen this Pokemon talked about or used in any capacity. I guess +3 priority on a side target heal move is very tempting. It's like part of what people use Amoonguss for, right? But I'll check that out in a second too. So yeah, Thundurus, Covert Cloak, so it can't be faked out. Electric Terrain makes sense because you've got Iron Leaves, I guess, and you want to boost the damage dealt by Raging Bolt. That's cool. Eerie Impulse is a -2 special attack debuff move, so it's cool to have that on a Prankster user. Wild Bolt Storm is just his signature Thunder Electric move. And Scary Face is -2 speed, so that's also cool to have on Prankster. But this is what I'm saying, where he's like a buff and debuff machine, but he can't set too much useful like field conditions or things like that. And he doesn't do a lot of damage on his own, unlike Landorus. So here it's good because you can set Electric Terrain for your Paradox Pokemon, who is Terrafire, running that Life Orb, Psyblade, Leaf Blade, Close Combat, Ally Switch. What are we doing? I would have loved to see this team get played. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I would have too, because then you can side target these debuffs into a contrary user like Superior or an Amorous, and they become buffs instead, which is kind of cool. That's definitely a situation where I'd say using Thundurus makes a lot of sense, is if you have a contrary member on your team, because then you can debuff the enemy or buff yourself, which is very cool. And then you wanted to check out Kent's team here, I think you were saying, and then I'm going to get back to playing. So, Terra Bug Arcaludon. This dude was cooking. Dragon Pulse, Flash Cannon, Electro Shot, Body Press. Rain Dance on the Prankster Thundurus. So that's why we don't have Pelipper. They're running Rain Dance on Thundy here, which makes sense. We have our Trick Room, Floral Healing, Draining Kiss, Protect. With the Citrus Berry. Ogerpon can enjoy the rain as well. Sit them next to Chen Pao for bonus physical damage. And then Entei is here, clicking Terra Normal, Extreme Speed, Sacred Fire. Very cool. I like this Terra Bug. I'm wondering why Bug. I don't know why you'd do that. Like, so he's weak to ground, right? I guess you resist ground as a bug type. I don't know. Honestly, Steel Dragons are really good defensive type combinations, so I don't really see the need to Terra on, like, most situations. Grass makes sense because you resist Sleeper or whatever, and then Fairy, so you resist Dragon and Fairy. And makes sense, yeah. Nobody's clicking the Steel move into you anyway. Okay, well, I think I'm going to get back to playing now. That was fun to look at, though. Hopefully I didn't, like, alienate everybody, but I think most of the people who show up for these are really, really into team building like that, so let me know if you hated that instead. Ooh, okay. Umbreon, I can't just mindlessly click Expanding Force if Challenger approaches. Yeah, this is very Team Rocket coded, so I'm wondering... I feel like Wobbuffet's just gonna click Mirror Coat into me. And I'm gonna blow up. Okay, use counter attack. I'm clicking Deagleam. I can't let this work up Umbreon actually use its moves. I'm terrified. Without Terra, I don't know how to play. I honestly legit don't remember how this game works before you could just Terra away your weaknesses. I'm gonna miss that mechanic if they do not bring it back in Gen 10. Encore? Don't mind if I do! That was the plan, dog! I was clicking one more move for the rest of this game, don't worry. I would love to continue to use Helping Hand. That sounds great. Oh, it's got a sash, of course. Alright, Wobbuffet, now you click Mirror Coat. Yeah? Okay. There we go. Thank you. Boy, figured it out. No matter. We have contingencies. Well, I just noticed that my Who's That Pokemon redeem is not activated. Let me fix that real quick. Why did I turn that off? Must have been when I was streaming, what was it, like a local or something like that. I can't imagine why else I would turn that off. It's such a good redeem. Anyway, what was I doing? Helping Hand Eruption, of course. That was a lot of noise. Sounds earliest. That's like probably a Gen 3 Pokemon. Like, or before Gen 3. Gen 3 or 4, I think. I don't think it's Gen 4. I think it's probably Gen 3. Who were the fossil Pokemon Gen 3? It was like Lilip and Armaldo. Was that Armaldo? I'm gonna go with Armaldo. Final answer. Ooh. I was wrong. Hey! Hey, Aki. How's it going? Nice to see you. Like a good neighbor indeed. It was Aggron. Okay. I was right, it was a rock type. I think I had the gen right, too, so I was close. By the way, Sarah, you can use numbers for these now. You don't have to type the name. To further eliminate the odds that I might accidentally see while you're typing, you can use a number. I had the right Gen 3 idea. It was a little too bit crushed for it to be Gen 4, and it was too high quality for it to be Gen 2. So I was able to zero in on being Gen 3, which is good. That's a funny noise that guy makes. But yeah, you can use numbers now. I don't think it has, like, post-Gen 8 Pokemon. I'm using a sound library from Smogon, and I don't know that they have every cry indexed, but you can try. trying to figure out what Aki meant by like a good neighbor. Wow, big damage. Critical hit. Okay, that's fine. Am I supposed to do the jingle? I'm not sponsored. I'm not giving them free advertising. He's clicking dig. We're in trouble. I think I actually need to protect on Torkoal here, because I've just flipped the turn order with Trick Room. So now Diggersby is going to go last, which means I can't hit him with Eruption here, and then he can hit me for super effective with Dig. Okay, so I saw you type the number for that one, so I know what gen it is. I have no idea what Pokemon it is, though. I don't even know if you know what Pokemon it is. I'm guessing you did, and you looked it up right now. Sounds like a bug type. I don't think it's Surskit. But it might be Surskit. Because it's a Gen 3 Pokemon. And it really sounds like a bug. Unless this is Armaldo. That would be very funny. I'm going to go with Surskit. What's the correct answer? You looked it up, but it was wrong? Wait, my thing played the wrong one for that cry? For that number, you mean? Oh, that's a cool one. 456 would be Gen 4. Wait, what do you mean? So it's index strong? Are we off by 1? What happened here? Because the number should just work. That was Banette. Oh, that makes sense. 456. It was like meh 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 meh. Who would sound like that in Gen 4 in Sinnoh? It's not Chatot, I don't think. It'd be very funny if it was. Maybe it's Chatot. I'll go with Chatot, sure, I'll learn these eventually. Every time somebody shows me one for the first time, I learn a brand new Pokemon cry. User skill issue, I see. Well, what is 456? Is that Chatot? It's not, right? I want to believe. Gone. I love how the trainers just stand around in the sandstorm like it's no big deal. Alright, I gotta look this up since I'm not getting an answer from chat. Pokemon 456. Finneon! Oh! See, had you done 457, I would have identified it immediately. Where is it? Where's my own redeem? That one I would have gotten instantly. That one I know. I've never heard Finneon, though. That's a good one. That's a good gotcha. Okay, this seems straightforward enough. I think Ice Cube's thing only blocks physical moves, which is not relevant for this particular matchup. Ooh, that hurts, though. Hail, huh? Back when this was a stupid weather condition. Huh. That's not the number you just did? Is that one of the legendaries at that point? No, there's way more than that. I'm gonna keep guessing Armaldo until I'm right. Eventually, this one is mean, okay. Can I have a hint of some kind? Because it just sounds like a dinosaur. Like, this one doesn't have anything where it's like, you know, chittering to sound like a bug or a ghost or whatever. That just sounds like a dinosaur. Like, if you told me that was Groudon, I'd be like, yeah, sure. Heart flying type. Gen 3 flying types. Okay. It's not Rayquaza, I'm pretty sure. No, it's not Camerupt. Wait, is it? No. Camerupt is right around the dex for Torkoal. And Torkoal is number 386. So, for whatever reason, they gave both Pokemon that learn Eruption, like, sequential dex numbers. So, my only wish for a flying type Camerupt, yeah. Mood. But no, it's definitely not. Flying types. Flying types. This one has to be Masquerain, then. I'm trying to think who else is flying type in Gen 3. Who's the awful little bird? It's Swellow. That's not Swellow. Flygon's not flying type. They're Dragon Ground. It's a trick. The legendaries, only one that's flying is Rayquaza, and that one is not him. I'm gonna go with Masquerain, even though there's no way that's right. I like can't think of another flying type from Gen 3 off the top of my head right now. Tropius! Oh, it was a dinosaur! Hey, Denshi. Good to see you. I was like, oh, it's just a dinosaur. Like, I couldn't tell you what it is. I literally said verbatim, it's a dinosaur. Catch any mons today? No, but we're fighting pretty good. We were looking at teams that were competitively used in the most recent regional, which was a lot of fun. There were some real strange ones out there. And we were talking about how cool giraffes are. How was your day? I hope you're having a nice one. I'm not gonna Dynamax. They can't make me do it. This Joker Leon is gonna Dynamax, and I'm gonna make him look like a fool. That's not Camerupt either. I want it to be, but it's not. What's after Camerupt? Oh, that shit hurted, huh? If you do a number that it doesn't know. Your soul knows that one, but your brain doesn't. Yeah? These are hard. I have no idea. Alright, this is gonna kill Aegislash immediately. Should do like half to Rhyperior? Yeah. I'm so good at this. I know my numbers. And this will do the other half to Rhyperior. Now he's gonna send out Charizard and something else. And they will both fall before me. Seismitoad. Ooh, scary. And Charizard. And he's going to Dynamax his Charizard and look big and scary. I'm going to click Eruption. And Expanding Force. And we are going to have no trouble here. Go for it, Leon. If I had Helping Hand, this guy would be cooked. Here's his Chimchar. Interesting. I didn't know the Sinnoh deck started in the 300 still. I thought they made it to 400 at least. I guess not. Cool Dynamax, brother. I don't care. I'm not intimidated. Great job. That was awesome. Bye-bye. 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 All spectacle. Bye-bye. I don't care, dude. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, Leon? This is the 3rd time in a row I've deleted your Charizard in one shot. Believe me, I'm a Charizard enjoyer. I use Charmander on every little cup team that I have. Pokemon number 6. Okay, so 1 is Bulbasaur, 2 is Venusaur, 3 is that's number 6 is Charmander, or Charizard rather, right? Because the Water type Zero is the last 3. I'm pretty sure. Or is that? Or do I have it wrong? Do the Water types come first? So that should be Charizard, the one we just heard. Pretty sure. Charizard is 6. That's right. Pikachu! That's a tough one, Denshi. I don't know. I think that's Togedemaru, introduced in Generation 7. Steel Electric type. That's a tough one. That's a head-scratcher. I think if you do Eevee, it'll do the same thing, by the way. Eevee is like type... number... I want to say like 110? Something like that? I don't remember off the top of my head. Like early hundreds. No, that's not Eevee. Oh, okay. I thought in the Let's Go Eevee games, there's also an Eevee that just says Eevee. So I thought maybe they used that one. 110, that sounded like an evolution, though. I think. Bro, who let brother use Lantern here? What's the strategy? I always want to know. Yeah. But I think the sound database I'm using here just uses that one because it's funny. That said, I would have known it regardless because Pikachu is number 25, and that's just a thing I know. I clicked follow me, right? Discharge into what? Weavile has like no bulk. You can't just do that. Oh, that's probably gonna one-shot, right? Ooh, wow. Okay. It's cool. We did it. No, I fixed the off by 1 thing. It's no longer starting at 0. I fixed that 2 streams later. Oh, discharge into Lantern. Yeah, well, I don't think Weavile can click discharge. Very cool that they clicked Rain Dance because I'm about to undo that with Torkoal. No, it was. Unless you manually removed 1 from your account. There is no Pokemon Zero, Denshi. I'm surprised that didn't play Torkoal's Cry, actually, because it should just do that for anyone that it doesn't recognize. Denshi wins the next VTube Studio update coming out, by the way. The people are getting restless. You gave them too much good food, and now they expect great things of you every month. When's the next update? Chop chop, chief. We need content. We need the VTube Studio Battle Pass. It's ready. Okay, what's it got? What's cooking? Inquiring minds want to know. Thanks for doing VTube Studio. So true, actually. Not enough people are saying this, but it's very true. 6-player collab, nice. Officially a better multiplayer game than Sonic Superstars. I'm still gonna, like, twist your arm for letting me have parameter-driven effects, but you did explain to me why that's not super feasible, just from, like, rendering overhead. But god do I want it. I want to believe it's possible. I want to distort like Bochi the Rock as I get more stressed out. I need to, like, wiggle out of existence as my heart rate goes up. It's my dream. Not just a better game, a better multiplayer game specifically. Which I think is impressive for a thing that's a tool. That's like saying Excel is like a better multiplayer game than, I don't know, anything else. See, I personally think if you're not putting something in as a feature or an option because of the performance overhead, that's unwise. You never know when somebody might have, like, 4,000 gigs of RAM and, like, the greatest PC CPU ever invented, and they want to do it, and they should have the ability to do it. As long as it's not required, and it's just purely an optional thing that people can play with, I think it should be included, as long as a sufficient warning is included as well. Like, this might toast your PC, but, you know, it's free to try. That's what I'm saying. So, like, Sonic Unleashed ran like dog water when it came out on the PS3, but now in the modern day we have the Xbox Series 1X or whatever, and thanks to backwards compatibility, you can play Sonic Unleashed, an 11-year-old game, a 15-year-old game at 60 frames per second. You just gotta wait for technology to catch up. It's not your fault. You just gotta wait. You have the vision. It's everybody else's fault for not being able to keep up. Badly optimized is just ahead of its time. I agree. That's what I'm saying. To look at it another way, why should technology continue to improve if there's no software that pushes the limits? You gotta be the killer app that makes people make better graphics cards. It's you, Denshi, and nobody else. If you don't do it, no one will. Yeah, Unleashed HD playful now is crazy. It just took, like, somewhere between 12 and 15 years. It's Togedemaru, the guy I was talking about before. Electric mouse. Dude, I'm not Dynamaxing. You don't need to do that every time. It's not gonna happen. Protect. Daring. Daring today. Very cool. Iron Head. What's up? I love that Walpy emote. It's very cute. What in particular are you shocked about? My team right now for the Battle Tower is Indeedee and Hatterene in the front, Torkoal, and then Lilligant in the back. So Lilligant is a very fast Pokemon. They exist for the situation which hasn't happened yet, where Trick Room expires and Torkoal is still in the field. And so I need to go from being very slow to very fast instantly. We saw them once last week, like once or twice, but I've been able to blow people up so effectively that it hasn't mattered yet. Yeah. That was looking at yes. Does Kling Klang also have sturdy? I feel like no, right? Are there any easy fun ribbons I should pick up in Oras on my shiny Pelipper? Oh, you were shiny hunting in Oras. Yes. I'm gonna do the big ribbons on this side here because they're easier to look at. So let me show you some ribbons that are available. Here's my ribbon. Interact. So, ooh, that's no good. It's been better. In Oras, you can get everything up to here, the Expert Battler ribbon. Actually, hold on, game, go away. The adults are talking right now. You can get everything up to the Expert Battler ribbon. So, like, both of the Battle Mycon ribbons are available, all the contest ones. So, like, you can get, you know, the formerly buff, the historic genius, the former idol, the vintage beauty, the former star. Footprints available in most of the games. Gorgeous royal ribbon, royal, gorgeous. Once cheery, once sleepy, once well-rested, once imperfect, once shaken, once cowardly, once vigilant. So any of those, as well as the super training ribbon, which is the whole thing that started this mess. This guy right here, the tried and true. And yeah, of course, the Hoenn Championship ribbon. So those are your options. I hope that helps. Now, back to the show. Okay. We've lost Torkoal. Or, we've lost Hatterene. Gigalith? He's got Sandstream? I don't like that. Okay, it doesn't. Cool. I do like Gigalith, but he is kind of just a rock type. The fact that they gave him Sandstream was kind of cool, but he's not currently in Gen 9, so I don't love him that much. I did run him on my Gen 7 Trick Room team. I think it's a cool design for sure. It's very alien. Nice! Good job clicking a rock move, idiot. Those things never hit. Trusting your life to an 80% accuracy move. Just shameful. It's a very cool rock. Okay, I'm getting lots of items. How many more of these do I got? I feel like I gotta be close to the end. I know there are 33 total, and the last one is Leon again. And we've demonstrated that we are not afraid of Leon. Yeah. That's what, when I was talking about how, like, excited I am that Garganical wasn't just Geodude 3. Unfortunately, Gigalith is Geodude 2, who I'm talking about here, where it's just like, what if we just made a mono rock type? Does it have anything cool? Well, it's slow, and has high defenses, and uses rock moves. Get a load of that. It's like, okay, cool. Not really exciting. It being the, like, only other Sandstream haver other than Tyranitar was mildly interesting, but not quite that interesting. And then Garg, like, actually has a signature move, which is cool. Has an ability that gives it an additional resistance and makes it immune to status moves. Cool. Awesome. We're doing something. We're thinking. Yeah, Gigalith is blue, right? In his shiny? I definitely agree that that's cool. Oh no! Still does over half to Claydol who resists. Pretty cool. Sandstorm. Ooh, watch out. The fact that I keep clicking Helping Hand every turn is why these two are girlfriends, by the way. In case anybody was wondering. It's that kind of, like, spousal support that you can only dream of, frankly. I, too, love receiving a 50% damage buff whenever Bon praises anything I do. And it's the same thing here. That's why this art exists. Braviary and Mantine. Why did we click Sandstorm? I don't understand why anyone would do that. This makes no sense. I do miss the Battle Tower, but, like, this is nothing. They're just clicking random moves. This team makes no sense. There's no cohesion. I can't believe Mantine survived that, actually. That's incredible. And Scald. Golly, do I get burned? No. Single target? No problem. Now, what I think Game Freak should do next time they make a battle tower is they gotta hook it up to their ranked ladder backend or whatever, and pull battle tower opponents from people in the top rank on ladder. Like, just pick their teams, and have the AI, like, pile them as best as it can figure out. But that would be cool to me, because right now we're just getting people clicking totally random moves. Like, we set up Sandstorm, and then, for what? We have nobody who benefits from it. We just take ship on our own. Two guys in the back. It makes no sense. It's totally random. Now, these guys are both dark types. Pangoro is dark fighting, and Stuntank is dark poison. So they are both immune to Expanding Force, which is a pain. But fortunately, we have a fairy type move. Ice Punch. Well, I can't be frozen. That's nice. Does a lot of damage. Just a crit. Pangoro is about to be completely deleted as it takes a 4 times super effective Dazzling Gleam. Stuntank protects, whatever. Arctozold. I haven't seen this guy in a minute. I miss these dinosaurs. I really, really badly want a Legends game set in the prehistory where you see the actual forms of these guys in their glory. Like, that would be so cool. I love these funny guys. And the fact that they're just a jab at how bad early British paleontology was is icing on the cake. It's very funny to me. I love them. Blizzard. Do I get frozen? Yeah, let's go. Whatever. 10% chance. It's okay. I get the free switch in because Indeedee ticks over. And Torkoal can absolutely take it from here. Just be a double knockout, I would assume. Yeah. Nice try. It does not matter that you have frozen my special sweeper. Oh, this guy again. Is this the final battle? It can't be, right? I'm so tired of kicking this guy's butt. Like, I don't know how many times I need to teach him this lesson. He does think I think he does own the place is the thing. Well, no, he doesn't own the tower, but he is the champion. I like his outfit at least. He's got style. Does Indeedee live to eat both attacks here? Is the question. We're gonna get Pyro Ball. No, okay. Okay, we do live that one. Okay. That was scary. Gaudy football hair swap, gentlemen. Well, Indeedee getting blown out immediately was kind of rough. I can't lie. Not really what I wanted. But we did get Trick Room up, so I think we're okay. I think. I, don't see any way this doesn't clear Cinderace. Yeah, okay, we're good, we're good. Now comes Charizard and one other guy, and we know what happens to Charizard. Inteleon, okay. Man just loves starters. Man just loves making his Charizard big. And like, I get it, I'm happy for you. But consider Eruption. Okay. Now consider Expanding Force. Like, I don't know what he expects. I don't need to do anything special. I just hit both your guys with the strongest spread moves in the entire game. Bye, Joker. He's stupefied. He just can't win. Oh, okay. I think that's it, right? He's talking about a ribbon? Fyoki would be a ribbon, right? There we go. I believe that means I can check that one off the list. Where is it? Interact. I'll check to make sure in a second. But he was talking about the Master Ribbon. Yeah. Oh my god, I get it. 50 points, great. Wait. Oh no, I don't have it yet. I thought I was done. There's more? I have to keep kicking his ass? Hold on. Huh? Huh? I can get the Tower Master ribbon. He was talking about ribbons. Am I, like, blind? Am I just not seeing it? Hold on. No ribbons. I'm gonna learn that you can't get it from doubles or something, right? Like, hold on. Oh, I have to keep going, I think. We're not there yet. Yeah. So I'm at top rank now, but it sounds like I have to keep fighting. I have to teach this guy the lesson approximately one more time. But the way they hyped that up, if I was like actually reading the dialogue, I probably would have understood. But I just saw him say ribbon, and I'm like, oh, we're home stretch. And they gave me 4 trillion rewards, so I assumed I was done. Maybe it actually gets hard now. I love the lady construction workers in this game. They're so cute. Okay, this almost looks like a strategy. We're almost cooking here. You're back to watching Zeta. You finished it, though. You've seen Zeta, right? So when you say back to, you mean, like, again? Second time? Because it's good. Oh, really? Okay, I thought you'd, like, seen all this stuff. Huh. Well, Zeta's really good. It's probably my favorite Gundam property, so you'll like it. That makes sense. I thought you'd seen it before college, though. Okay, Shadow Claw. That's probably gonna kill. No, we hang on. Love that for me. Yeah, that's from Zeta, so that's cool. J. Amuro flies it, I believe. So good. Not very effective. So good. So strong. Kakushiki is really cool too. The kits are not super nice though, unless you know how to paint, because they're either the cheap kind of metallic plastic or the plated metallic plastic, which is really susceptible to nub marks or like chipping. So you got to be very careful. Sash, huh? Ouch. It hurts. That's fair. Leftovers? Mio Dio, okay. My favorite part of this challenge, it actually hasn't been super fun, I'll be honest. A lot of it's like pulling teeth. I liked doing the contests, I think. It was fun to learn the contest metagame, which is like an entirely different game that's just hidden within Pokemon. I thought that was cool. But a lot of this has just been very repetitive, like what I'm doing right now, where I click follow me to set up Trick Room, then click expanding force 2 to 3 times. It's been nice going back through the previous games, though, and seeing, like, if they hold up to how I remember them. I think ORS is still really good. I like that one. We have, like, 2 turns of Trick Room still? 1 more? I'm kind of sad that this trip didn't take me through any of the Gen 3 or 4 games, but I think that might have been even more monotonous than the stuff I've been doing here. I also liked getting to use a level 1 Aaron to get through part of the Battle Mansion. I thought that was cool. Use Growl right back at them. Peach Seed, okay. You say so. Leech Seed and Toxic. Golly. Golly. Durant. I love the noise Durant makes. He just screams. And Chandelure. I was actually thinking, after this ribbon challenge, if I wrap that up in a timely fashion, I might be going back for a Chandelure from Gen 6, so I can get the title, the former idol on one of them, to name it after recently retired VTuber Pomu Rainpup, because her last solo stream was doing an all Chandelure's run of Pokemon Black. So it seems like a nice way to remember her. Her favorite Pokemon being Gengar, but Gengar is not available in Gen 5, famously, until post-game. So she had to do with the next best thing. It was really, really gripping to watch her get through the Elite Four and like the Rock and Ground types and Water type leaders with her all-Fire Ghost team that have approximately the same number of moves. Ditto! Oh my god. What are we doing here? Well, if memory serves, Greedent is actually slower than Hatterene from earlier in the tower. So I think I just immediately click Expanding Force here. And don't worry about setting up Trick Room yet. But maybe I'll eat those words in a second. Maybe it's about to be really bad. Ditto will be faster, yeah, and he turns into Hatterene. Turns into Indeedee, okay. Oh, okay. I was wrong. Last time we fought this guy, I seem to remember Greedent going first in Trick Room. Now we click Follow Me, now we set up Trick Room. I've given it access to Helping Hand, I'm crazy. I'm gonna get Moonblasted so hard right now. Yeah, here we go. No, it still does nothing. It's a Life Orb? Who runs Life Orb Whimsicott? I've never seen such things. I've never seen such strange things. Life Orb takes 10% of your HP every turn in exchange, or every time you attack in exchange for a 30% damage boost. It's the item I'm running on Hatterene here, which is part of why Expanding Force is doing so much damage. Yeah, it's closed team sheet coded, I agree. Alright, are we gonna still Helping Hand our friend here? Is this Choice Scarf Ditto, who is now locked into Helping Hand? I'm very interested. I think the answer might be yes. If it Helping Hands here, the answer is yes. Okay. This thing is a Choice Scarf Ditto, which is how you run Ditto. But it's locked into Helping Hand now. That's very funny. No, never mind. It has Bright Powder. It just dodged a 100% accurate move. Never mind. It's running Bright Powder. Classic. Now, surely you click Deagle Beam here, right? Right, dude? Like, you have to click your attacking move. There's no partner left to try and assist. And I know you're holding Bright Powder because I could not have missed that move under any other circumstances. Cool, okay. It did not click Helping Hand into the void, at least. Hey, Doctor, how's it going? Good to see you. Love is currently winning on the battlefield here. The girlfriends are at it. We're in the home stretch. I don't know how many more of these I have to do. I got to level maximum, and then I didn't get the ribbon, even though the champion was like, talking about ribbons. So, we're in it for the long haul. But we're so close. Step 1. We set up the Psychic Terrain using Indeedee's ability, Psychic Terrain, or Psychic Surge. Step 2. Indeedee activates its Psychic Seed held item, which boosts its special defense 1 stage in Psychic Terrain. Step 3. Indeedee clicks Follow Me, redirecting all single target attacks into it, while its girlfriend, Hatterene, sets up Trick Room with Step 4. We click this. Indeedee goads the opponents into barbaric acts of cruelty. Putting its body on the line. But it's okay, because Trick Room goes up, and we are the slowest thing on the field by quite a lot. Leftovers? Room service? Okay, so Kling Klang was holding an item called Room Service, which I never see. It is a consumed item that is consumed on Trick Room going up, and it lowers your speed 1 stage upon that condition being met. Anyway, now we click Helping Hand, assist our girlfriend here, and she clicks Expanding Force, a move that gets a 50% damage increase and becomes double target in Psychic Terrain. Never mind, we don't Helping Hand, we are paralyzed. It's okay though. We're still totally fine. Love wins. Hatterion's ability, Magic Bounce, reflects Thunder Wave back at its user. So Clink Clang is now actually very slow, but not slower than Hatterene. It's both paralyzed and has used its room service item. It's quite slow. Quite slow. Love wins. You'd love to see it. Detect, huh? Okay. Double Protect. We're stalling out Trick Room over here. Very cool. Good job, buddy. You got the incredibly low odds Double Protect. Oh, but it doesn't matter. It super doesn't matter. Click Eaglebeam instead. Indeed, once again redirecting attacks into her durable body. It should be a one-shot. Yeah. There we go. This guy is so scary. They had to know what they were doing when they designed this model. Those glassy eyes. I hate it. This guy, on the other hand, is much cuter. I believe he's a train conductor. Oh, he's a post office worker. Okay. I do wonder how many more of these I have, though. Switch, who's getting sent in to die here? Barraskewda, okay. I feel like Barraskewda might have a Focus Sash. I'm actually going to Dazzling Gleam and Expanding Force instead of Helping Hand Expanding Force. Let's see if I was right. Hardly battling, frankly. I was wrong, they don't have a Focus Sash. It's been pretty mindless. I've had to fight the champion a couple times in a row, and I always one-shot his Charizard, even after he Dynamaxes, which is very funny. The girlfriends are winning, as you can see here. I think I have somewhere between 5 and 7 battles left, and then I actually get the ribbon. I'm pretty sure. Helping Hand, Dazzling Gleam, and this is what supportive love from your spouse can do. You too can get a 50% damage bonus in your daily life. Protect? Ugh. Never mind. Ooh, Crunch. Didn't like that one. That's okay. And it was a crit. I think the crit probably mattered, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Because now Torkoal gets to come out. The star of the show, allegedly. Right? Exactly. It's amazing what love can do. Kaboom. But as you can see, this is quite mindless. So, Vinishka, I know you've been around, long-time Battle Tower watcher on the channel. The one they made in this game, the Generation 8 games, is considerably less evil. The stakes are a lot lower. So, kind of like how ranked works in modern ranked video games, where there's, like, tiers, and you can't fall out of a tier once you're in it. You can just go to the bottom of that tier. Every couple battles here, you get to another tier where you can't fall below it again. So it's not like I get knocked out at Battle 47 and have to climb all the way back up again, because that would be messed up, can you imagine? Instead, it's like, you have to do like at most 5 more battles to catch up. So, I don't know. It's kind of mindless. Also, this is the generation that introduced both Indeedee and Hatterene, as well as Expanding Force. So, Trick Room gets really mindless really fast. Like, neither of these Pokemon existed in any previous Battle Tower that I was playing, but they do now. Bold decision from Chandelure to have its own HP to play a curse on Indeedee. I don't think that's really going to matter in the long run. Yeah. I can't imagine Frostlass would translate... Oh, the camera's just kind of stuck there for a second. I can't imagine Frostlass would translate to Merch particularly well, because her body shape is very, unusual. Like, she's got arms coming out of her head, and just, like, a body that is hanging there. And she's got Snow Cloak, okay. I always thought Frostlass looked kind of like Celebi, but purple and blue under there. It's the same kind of hair. Oh, we're doing this. Okay. So we've got Snow Cloak, and we've set up Hell, and now we're clicking Double Team. That's fun. And the curse is still in play, but that's okay. It'll just get me to switch out to Torkoal sooner. Arctovish. Another great fossil Pokemon. Mouth on the top of its head, built upside down on purpose. Frostlass dodges, again. Please just tell me that Frostlass clicks Double Team again. Yes! Oh, we're never hitting this thing. But it doesn't matter. Like, it can't do anything to us as far as I can tell. Ooh, Weavile, okay. Gonna double click Deagalium here just in case Weavile has a Focus Sash. It does not. Okay. That's fine. Weavile existing for too long would have been a problem. Alright, cool. I have no moves that always hit, so this is kind of annoying. the hail goes away now. So they lose that part of evasion. I believe Trick Room is also about to be over. We have like one more turn of it, yeah. But that's okay. I'm gonna actually Dynamax now. I'm mad at this guy. Yeah, you've mentioned that before. There are some funnily named moves. Or sometimes you'll have moves that are named one thing, and then another move comes out where the translation would be more accurate to apply to that. But for the most part, they're pretty straightforward here. Eruption, I think, in Spanish is really crazy. There we go. I believe max moves can't miss, so that's why I did that.
By eruption.
There we go. And it was a crit. Long overdue. What a scummy guy. Using evasion in the battle tower, you hate to see it. That's explosion, right? Estalito, right? That would be, or that means explosion. I know that is the move eruption, though. Right? Or am I misremembering? I mean, that would be the literal translation. Would be eruption, but right? Estalito is explosion? Yeah. Burst? Yeah. And there's a different move called explosion, so like, what are we doing? A different move that came before eruption named explosion, in fact. Ooh, that's gonna hit super effective. Wow. That's the question then, what do we call explosion? I'm curious to know. You may be surprised to learn that I don't see that move very often. Quick Claw? You've got to be kidding me. At least I'm immune to Sleep Powder. Oh my god, don't do this to me. Why would you do that? Why would you have Quick Claw? Why would you super effectively hit your own ally? Why would you do that to me? Why would you get Quick Claw to proc? There's no way he gets it twice in a row, right? Okay, good. Be gone.
Nailed by eruption.
We did, in fact, nail him with eruption. And we're gonna do it again. Is the messed up part. Yeah, like, I mean, it's very literally a volcano erupting. There's no other way to interpret that move. It is given exclusively to Pokemon that relate to volcanoes. So, that's just how it is. Focus Sash. Oh my god. What are we doing? Why is it hard now? I don't want this to be difficult. I'm hungry. I want to go eat dinner. Good, it misses. Get out of here with that. Alright, I'm mad. It's time for Big Woman. We're clicking the buttons. Trick Room's over. It's fine. I'm so angry that this guy got a Quick Claw proc on a spread poison move that knocked out my Fairy-type sweeper. He did like half damage to his own Fairy-type ally. What was he doing? Why? Why is Quick Claw allowed to exist? Be gone. How many more of these I got? Okay, I got a PP max. That's cool. Walter White. He's here. Bartholomew, the gentleman. Big PP energy, it's true. Are we clicking Sheer Cold in the battle tower? Is that what I just saw? Is Lapras clicking the one-hit knockout move in my battle tower? That's just not cool. Oh god, it's gonna get another chance to do it. Oh boy. This is definitely gonna connect, watch. And Horn Drill, okay. So this Lapras appears to only know one-hit knockout moves, which is incredibly cool of it. It used Sheer Cold and then Horn Drill just now, and both of them missed, thank goodness. Ah, okay. Cursed Body on Frostlass. Disables Expanding Force, that's annoying. Wyvern. Oh, just the one guy left? Okay. Fortunately, I can blow up the Wyvern much more easily with a Dazzling Gleam, so I don't need Expanding Force, even though it got disabled. Boom. How many more? You're not the champion. Obstagoon and Pangoro, so these are both dark types. I cannot simply Expanding Force them, but I can Dazzling Gleam them. Very good type coverage on Hatterene. In that regard. Like, if you can't hit them with one thing, so you can absolutely hit them with the other. Huh. Trick, huh? I didn't see what item I got. I don't think it actually matters what item I got. Even if I'm choice locked into follow me, that's fine. Oh, I got a flame orb. That's funny. I don't care. I don't remember what that does. It's like Obstagoon's signature protect. I think if you make contact or something bad happens. I don't remember. Why did they make Obstagoon also? Just a lot of questions. And finally, beware. Now that one I can hit with Expanding Force, so I will. How many more? Was that... We've done 5 of these so far, I think? I keep hoping the next guy's gonna be Leon again. I just want to blow him up. Quick Claw, huh? Another Quick Claw gamer. Hate to see it. Big damage. But at least we eat both hits, and Hatterene does not eat any of those hits. That's what it's all about right there. That's the level of dedication these two ladies have to each other. Safely erupt and Expanding Force, and probably do that for here on out. Oh my god. What? What are you doing now? Okay. Cool. It's a 10% chance to activate that item. Cool. Ah, perfect. Hits one of these super effective apiece. That's perfect. Focus Sash, awesome. Dink! Doing 1 damage with the strongest psychic move in the game. Perfect. And we survive, we don't even get knocked out. We hang in there despite the life orb chip. Come on. How many more? There we go. Here's our man. Dude loves his Rhyperior. Not much to say about it, just loves this thing. Freeze Dry. Should do very little. This should be the final Leon fight. Stone Edge is probably going to kill Indeedee. No, we hang in there. Nice. This is indeed the final Leon fight, yeah. I thought that was going to go the other way. I thought that was not going to knock out Rhyperior and it was going to knock out Mr. Rhyme. Alright, bud, your funeral. Should have gone for the other one, hope for freeze. That was your only win con. Eruption, Expanding Force, he's gonna Dynamax, take my hands off the switch, put him in the air, whatever happens, happens. I wish I was as cool as that. He does dress nicely. He's got a lot of confidence for a guy who's literally been one-shot by the same combo 4 times in the same evening. Like, he doesn't get to move, is the thing. He Dynamaxes his Charizard, and it doesn't get to click any buttons. Kaboom. 4th time tonight. Thank you for playing. And Haxorus. It's blasting off. There's no reason to actually Dynamax here, I just think it's a fitting send-off for the turtle to make it really big. And that'll do it. Now, I believe that's the final fight of the Battle Tower. I don't want to keep playing the Battle Tower. I thought I only had like 15 fights left when I started today, not 25 or however many I've done. Yeah, defeated everyone, hopped in my team. Too strong. That's gotta be it, right? Alright, I've defeated him. And we get the ribbons, yes! Get the beautiful ribbons, Belfioko. It's here. It's here. We've done it. Another one. Kaboom! It's here. So that leaves... I'll do the big one real quick. Hide the games. So that just leaves not the Hoenn ribbon champion. That was talking about other ribbons before. That leaves... Where's my interact here? Best friends ribbon, which you can easily get as soon as you want in any game. We're definitely best friends at this point. Galar Elite 3, Elite 4, not Elite 3. There we go. This one's done. So Galar Championship ribbon, Paldea Championship ribbon, and PvP. So we are essentially in the home stretch. We have 2 PvE things left to do, which I will do next time I'm able to, which is not next week, as I've mentioned, I'm traveling. But the week after, start of February, I will finish both Elite 4s in the same stream, because that should be very, very trivial. And then the following week, we will be back to PvP for the first time in like 6 months. So hopefully I remember how to play. And Torkoal here will carry us there. But I have absolute faith in Torkoal. They placed very well. They're good. So that's going to do it for me. We can get very happy about this ribbon. Wait, can you just... Huh? Oh, it had like 2 of them equipped at the same time. That was weird. But yeah, we're the tower champion now. I'm gonna go eat dinner and finish packing for my big trip. I'll catch you guys in 2 weeks when I see ya. But until then... Oh yeah, and who am I sending you to for a raid? Who's even still streaming? That's always the question. Burning, yearning question. Let's see. There's actually a couple people I can choose from here. I gotta look at what's up and what's being played. I'm gonna send you guys, I think, to my friend Big Ham, Large Gaming Hamster on Twitch.tv. She's currently playing Monster Hunter World with a friend of hers. I don't know who the friend is. I don't know them. But Big Ham is a lot of fun. A good artist also. I'm gonna send you there. Tell him how good I am at Pokemon. And I'll catch you guys when I catch it. Until next time, bonus era and good night. Skeletom signing off.